Kirby Krackle himself and partner. We have Kyle Stevens here. And you've been such a hard person to track down at the con. It's been a very busy Comic-Con 2012 for you, I guess.
Yeah, we did a performance on Friday, and just coming and going, meetings and that kind of thing. We try to be here as much as we can and sign CDs and meet all our awesome fans.
Did you meet Kevin Smith?
I didn't meet Kevin Smith. No, he got there right after I left, so I did my show on Friday, and he went on right after me. But that was kind of cool to say.
You opened for him.
I went for Kevin Smith, so that feels cool. Yeah.
You're a fan of his work?
I am. Yeah. Mallrats is one of my favorite movies.
I'm a fan of your work, even though it only touches on tabletop gaming.
Yes.
And so on. Mostly video games, like up, down, down.
Yep. Yeah, and Vault 101 about Fallout 3.
Oh, yes.
Take it from me about Mega Man.
And Marvel Girls, kind of. You could play a Marvel superhero RPG.
I actually had that one.
Oh, you did?
I did. Yeah, I had the first. It was the Marvel Heroes RPG, and then the X-Men RPG came out, and that was one of the coolest things about that is being able to make your own characters and fight alongside Spider-Man and Doc Ock. And that was like in the late '80s, early '90s. I think it was '90s when that came out.
But back in the '80s, you were playing D&D.
I was playing D&D. I had the original Red Box kind of thing, and I was playing with my buddies, and it was pretty funny because we really didn't know what we were doing, so it took us a long time to get everything queued up. And then by the time we were all ready to go, we only had like 45 minutes to play. But I think for me, the most fun came from creating the characters and figuring out the classes and what they could afford right off the bat. And from what I remember, I had a good time. It's something that I always want to kind of get back into more, but well aware of the time commitment that it takes to do so and really do it well.
What have you been playing lately in terms of video games?
Lately for the video games, Red Dead Redemption I pick up and I've been playing over the past year or so. Skyrim, the Walking Dead Telltale game I'm excited to get into, as well as, I like to play a lot of the demos and stuff like that. We tour a lot, so I kind of have to pick and choose my hardcore games I'm getting into, but I just like to touch and see what's out there in the gaming community and just have, try to keep general knowledge up of what works.
What's next, or can we expect a fourth, or actually a third studio album?
Well, actually, we have three right now.
Oh, you do, right.
We just put out the live record, self-titled, E for Everyone, the live record, Superpowered Love last year. We put out a single on iTunes and Bandcamp, digital only, a couple months ago, called Web Slinger Hopebringer about Spider-Man. It was last month. And next month we're putting out a single called One More Episode, and we're really excited about that. It's kind of become a fan favorite, only having played it 3 times so far. And so we're excited to see what everyone thinks about that, and the new album at the beginning of the year.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah.
And your songs really touch upon the whole fandom experience of leaving the convention, that song, and so on. Are any of the video games you've been playing lately are going to find themselves into your songs?
Yeah, I think we're working on that. I think one of the things we're moving away is from specific, this is about this franchise game, or this is about this character, is the general overall feeling songs that we feel like we, some of what we feel like we do best, and kind of what it seems like the fans think we do best is the general kind of love letter to fandom, and the mashup that we do of different comic companies or genres, being gaming, tabletop, or reading comics in just one song too. So we kind of just throw everything in the soup and create a new broth each time, as it were.
Are you based up in Seattle?
Seattle, yeah.
Which is a heartland of gaming in a way.
Yeah, it's heartland of gaming. Yeah, we've got the Mox Cafe up there. I don't know if you've heard about that, but that's like a huge bar gaming thing now, and it's gigantic in the Ballard area. And we went up there and did a couple interviews at a Backroom Podcast up there, so it was fun hanging out in there. We just try to expand our knowledge of the things of nerdom that we like, and it seems like it's harder lately. The irony gets harder lately as we get more busy with touring and stuff. But at our off time, we hear about all these things from everyone that we don't know about, and then we try to incorporate that into what we do too, if it makes sense.
I don't think you actually have any songs specifically about Magic the Gathering. Is there anything about tapping your heart or? No?
Yeah, we joked about in Dusty Cartridges and Long Boxes a little bit. I think. I remember my friends were really into Magic and stuff in high school, but I really wasn't that into it. But I loved the art and stuff like that. And I was more like a comics guy at that time. Just because we don't game Magic and stuff like that doesn't mean we appreciate that people do it. So we like to learn about things we don't know about and all those things, of course.
What's been the craziest fan experience?
Craziest fan experience was when a guy started screaming at a booth one time. I think that was more about him trying to make himself laugh than being really into it. But he was a fan, and then also a guy who couldn't understand that we didn't write songs about Final Fantasy, even though we never said that. We were like, we write original songs about superheroes. He's like, so which song is about Final Fantasy level 15? I'm like, no. Told him again, well, which song is about Final Fantasy level 9? He's like, no, let me tell you. And he just kept saying that, and so we just like kind of like broke down in a laugh fest and giggles.
But you haven't broken down to actually write a song about Final Fantasy.
We haven't, no. You know, I haven't played Final Fantasy, which is I guess not a good thing to say, but I really haven't. Maybe
none of the 12 or whatever versions.
No, but you know what? Maybe what would happen is once I do, then we become a Final Fantasy exclusive band, and they'll be like, "What happened, you guys?" And then I'll have to blame you for doing it.
So you did say there is a 4th album. In the works.
Yeah, we're always working towards that, and that will be, we hope to debut that at Emerald City Comic Con in Seattle, which is like our flagship convention. You know, Jim runs Emerald City Comic Con, so of course we're always there. It's our backyard. We do Krackle Fest every year, which is where the new live CD was recorded.
And lastly, are there any up-and-coming bands that you plug that are more nerdcore or wizard rock or stuff like that?
We just did a tour with Adam Warrock, and he's great. People are knowing about him more and more. It was great to meet MC Front a lot the other day, Damien at the WB stage. Band we really like, 2 bands are Double Clicks out of Portland, and they're awesome. They sing a lot about gaming.
With a violin, I think?
She has a ukulele and a cello, Aubrey and Angela, and they're awesome. We're going to play with them in a couple weeks in Portland. And then Nerds with Guitars is a band I always try to let people know about. They're a duo, guitar duo in Toronto, and we played with them a couple times, and they're really funny, and they just put out an EP a couple months ago. They're working on their full length, and anyone who's into what we do, we recommend those 2 bands.
Great. Thank you.
Thanks, man.